Hello, I'm Chris Griswold. Thanks for joining me. It's October. The weather's cooling off. I think that we're all loving it here in the South, so it's great. Hey, this month we're talking about contracts for deeds and the Oklahoma weather. A lot of people try to use contract for deeds. A lot of sellers who have a hard time selling properties that are hard to sell for whatever reason, or when economic conditions change and buyers have a hard time getting regular deed and note mortgages to buy properties outright through a lender, they will turn to contract for deeds where the seller will carry it. And I'm just talking about some of the things to be mindful of. I'm not saying don't do them, but just things for people to be mindful of. The first is people sellers usually find out after the deal's done that for them to get their property back, they've got to foreclose. Contracts for deeds are well established in Oklahoma as being a conveyance. It's not, as the name would imply, a contract for deed, and you get the deed when the contract's actually paid off. If you do that, the buyer actually has equitable and legal title under the form of a legal conveyance in a contract for deed situation. So that's the first thing for sellers to be aware of. The second thing to be aware of is the due on sale clause. Everybody seems to be aware of this, but they underestimate the power that the lender has to trigger it. Yes, lenders usually just that they don't care too much unless they're not getting paid, but sometimes they do. Some lenders do care when they find out that somebody has done a contract for deed and they've constructively sold the title under the form of a contract for deed, which is a legal conveyance again. You've got to foreclose to get it back as a seller. Lenders get touchy about that. The third thing is just the weather. In Oklahoma, we get a lot of weather, a lot of hail events, roof replacements, and when insurance adjusters find out about this, usually lenders do too, and there comes that old ugly due on sale clause again. And even if it doesn't, what happens when the check gets cut to the seller and not the buyer, and the buyer's the one that wants their $50,000 roof replaced? So just things to think about. See you next month. Bye.